Life can feel heavy sometimes, and often, it's because we're carrying things we don't need. These aren't physical objects, but emotional baggage, toxic habits, and unnecessary thoughts that hold us back. What if the secret to a better life isn't about adding more, but letting go of what no longer serves us? The Stoic philosophers, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, believe that true freedom and happiness come from simplifying our lives and focusing only on what truly matters. They taught us that the path to peace starts with clearing out the noise, whether it's harmful relationships, fear, or even our own negative thoughts. In this video, we're diving into 9 things you need to delete from your life quietly to find more clarity, peace, and purpose. You don't need to make a big announcement or explain yourself to anyone. Just start letting go of these mental and emotional weights in silence. From letting go of toxic people to dropping the need for constant approval, each point we'll discuss is a step closer to living a life aligned with Stoic wisdom. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what to remove to create space for what truly matters: your growth, happiness, and inner peace. Let's begin this journey of silent transformation together. Stay with me, and let's explore how simplicity can unlock your best self. Number 1. Toxic relationships. Toxic relationships can silently drain your energy and hold you back from living your best life. The people you surround yourself with have a powerful influence on your thoughts, emotions, and actions. If someone constantly criticizes you, disrespects your boundaries, or makes you feel small, it might be time to quietly let them go. Stoic philosophy reminds us that we should prioritize the relationships that uplift and inspire us. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic thinkers, said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you. Life is too short to spend it with people who bring negativity or drama." Deleting toxic relationships from your life doesn't mean you have to create conflict or have a big confrontation. Instead, it's about gradually distancing yourself from these individuals. Focus your time and energy on the people who bring positivity and growth into your life. Reflect for a moment. Who in your life makes you feel supported, encouraged, and valued? And who does the opposite? It's not always easy to let go of toxic relationships, especially if they've been part of your life for a long time. But remember, your mental peace and emotional well-being are worth the effort. This step isn't about blaming others or holding grudges. It's about taking responsibility for your own happiness. By choosing better company, you allow yourself to grow and thrive in an environment that supports your goals and values. Start small. Spend less time with those who drain you and more with those who inspire you. Over time, you'll notice a lighter, more peaceful life as you quietly remove toxic relationships. Number 2. Unnecessary comparisons. Comparing yourself to others is one of the most common ways to waste your energy and peace of mind. In today's world, we are constantly exposed to others' successes on social media, in the news, and even in our personal lives. It's easy to fall into the trap of measuring your worth against theirs. But the Stoics remind us that this is a path that leads nowhere. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wisely said, "Do not waste the remaining part of your life in thoughts about others. When you spend your time focusing on other people's achievements, you lose focus on your own life and your own goals." Every time you compare yourself to someone else, you are essentially saying that their life is more important than yours. The truth is, everyone has a different journey. What works for someone else might not work for you, and what you achieve will be different from what others achieve. Instead of comparing, focus on what you can control: your own actions, choices, and progress. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. If you find yourself caught in a cycle of comparisons, remind yourself that growth comes from within. Focus on your own path, set your own standards, and celebrate your own progress, no matter how small. This shift in mindset will bring peace to your mind and help you grow at your own pace, without the pressure of living up to someone else's expectations. So, next time you catch yourself comparing, gently redirect your thoughts back to your own journey. You are on your own unique path, and that is enough. Number 3. Regrets of the past. Regret is something we all carry at times. It's easy to look back at mistakes, missed opportunities, or things we wish we had done differently. But Stoicism teaches us that living in the past only holds us back from the present. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today." This reminds us that regret can stop us from fully experiencing the moment we are in right now. When we hold on to past regrets, we're allowing those moments to control our present and even our future. The Stoics believe that what matters most is how we respond to challenges, not the challenges themselves. Instead of wishing we had acted differently, we can choose to learn from the past and then let it go. Imagine this. You made a mistake, or something didn't go as planned. It's okay to acknowledge it, but don't let it define you. The past is already done. We can't change it, no matter how much we wish we could. What we can do is use it as a lesson to make better decisions in the future. The key here is to forgive yourself. Recognize that making mistakes is part of being human. When you let go of regret, you create space to grow and move forward. You free yourself from the emotional weight that keeps you from living with clarity and purpose. So, take a moment to think about any past regrets you may still be holding on to. Acknowledge them, learn from them, but let them go. Focus on the present and the opportunities it brings. The Stoics would remind you that the only moment you truly have is now. Number 4. Fear of the future. One of the biggest obstacles to living a peaceful life is the fear of what might happen. We often spend so much time worrying about the future that we forget to live in the present. This fear holds us back, making it harder to make decisions, take action, or even enjoy the moment we're in. The Stoics taught us that we can't control the future, but we can control how we react to it. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, said, "You have power over your mind and not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This means that even though we don't know what the future holds, we can choose how we respond to it. Instead of being paralyzed by fear, we can focus on what's within our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. When fear of the future starts to take over, remember to breathe and ground yourself in the present moment. Focus on what you can do today and let go of the worry about tomorrow. You can plan for the future, but don't let the unknowns steal your peace today. To overcome the fear of the future, start by breaking down big, overwhelming problems into smaller steps you can take right now. Ask yourself, what can I do today to move toward my goals? Focusing on today's action can quiet the anxiety about what might happen down the road. The Stoics also reminded us that challenges are a natural part of life. Instead of fearing what might go wrong, embrace the idea that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow and learn. The future will come, but you have the power to face it calmly and with confidence. Number 5. Overcommitments. We all have busy lives, but sometimes we say yes to too many things. We feel like we need to help everyone or be everywhere, but this actually takes away from what matters most. The Stoics understood the importance of focus. They believed that we should only commit to what truly aligns with our goals and values. Saying yes to everything can scatter our energy and prevent us from doing our best work. Epictetus once said, "Learn to say no. You'll achieve more." This simple advice is powerful. When we try to do everything, we end up spreading ourselves thin, and we don't give our full attention to anything. Instead, the Stoic way is to learn the power of saying no. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but it helps you stay focused on what really matters. Think about your current commitments. Are there things on your plate that don't truly align with your goals or values? Maybe you've said yes out of obligation, but now it's costing you time and peace. It's okay to say no or to step back from things that are no longer serving you. One way to make this easier is by being clear about your priorities. When you know what matters most to you, it becomes easier to decide what to say yes or no to. It's about protecting your time and energy so you can focus on what helps you grow. Take a moment today to review your commitments. Ask yourself, is this helping me become the best version of myself? If the answer is no, it might be time to silently delete that commitment from your life. Number 6. Clutter and excess. One of the biggest distractions in life comes from having too much. Too many things, too many commitments, and too much noise. The Stoics teach us that true peace comes from simplicity. They believed that happiness doesn't come from acquiring more stuff, but from freeing ourselves from unnecessary distractions. Think about your environment. Is it full of things you don't use or need? Physical clutter can weigh us down mentally. When our space is messy, our mind feels messy too. This is why the Stoics would encourage us to simplify. Seneca, a great Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." The idea is that our lives are already rich with what we truly need. When we stop craving more material things, we start appreciating what we already have. This doesn't mean we can't enjoy nice things, but we should be mindful of not letting possessions take over our lives. The same goes for our mental clutter. Overthinking and stressing about things we can't control only drain our energy. By letting go of unnecessary worries and focusing on the present, we can clear our minds and live more peacefully. Start small. Look around your home and see what items no longer serve you. Maybe it's clothes you don't wear, books you don't read, or things you're holding onto out of habit. Let them go. Similarly, reduce the mental clutter. Stop overloading yourself with tasks or thoughts that take you away from your true purpose. By simplifying both your physical and mental space, you open up room for more of what truly matters: peace, clarity, and focus. Number 7. Negative self-talk. One of the most damaging things we can do to ourselves is engage in negative self-talk. It's that voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, that you'll fail, or that you don't deserve success. Stoic philosophy teaches us that our thoughts shape who we are. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." What this means is that if you constantly tell yourself you're not capable, your mind starts to believe it. Negative self-talk can hold you back from reaching your full potential. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of doubt and fear, preventing you from taking action toward your goals. But the good news is you have the power to change it. You don't have to listen to that voice in your head. Instead, you can replace it with words of encouragement, confidence, and self-compassion. The Stoics didn't avoid negative thoughts, but they controlled them. They didn't let their emotions or negative judgments define their actions. Seneca, for example, practiced reflecting on his thoughts, challenging their truth, and replacing them with more constructive ideas. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," try thinking, "I'm capable of learning and improving." Instead of, "I'm not good enough," try, "I'm worthy of success, and I'll keep working toward it." A great way to start shifting negative self-talk is by using affirmations. Simple, positive statements like, "I am enough," or "I can handle challenges," can gradually rewire your thinking. Over time, you'll find that your inner dialogue becomes more supportive and empowering, helping you to grow and move forward with confidence. So, the next time you hear that negative voice, challenge it. Remember, your thoughts don't define you, your actions do. Number 8. Approval seeking. We all want to be liked. It's natural to want others to approve of us, to feel accepted. But constantly seeking approval from others can hold us back. The Stoics teach us that we should not depend on others' opinions to define our worth. True confidence comes from within, not from external validation. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "If you wish to be free, desire nothing that depends on others." When we live our lives based on what others think, we give away our power. We start making choices not because they are right for us, but because we think others will approve. This can lead to stress, frustration, and even regret. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to focus on our own values and principles. Ask yourself, am I doing this because it aligns with who I am? Or am I doing it just to gain approval? When we start living for ourselves, free from the need for others' approval, we become more authentic and at peace. You don't need everyone's approval to be successful or happy. Not everyone will like you, and that's okay. What matters is that you live in alignment with your true self. Seek internal validation. Ask yourself if you're proud of your decisions, not if others are. Take small steps today to stop seeking approval from others. You'll find that the more you live for yourself, the more peace and confidence you'll have. And when you stop caring so much about others' opinions, You'll feel freer and more focused on what truly matters in your life. Number 9. Grudges and resentment. One of the heaviest burdens we carry in life is holding on to grudges. We've all been hurt at some point, whether by a friend, family member, or colleague. And when that happens, it's easy to hold on to anger, resentment, or a desire for revenge. But the Stoics teach us that holding on to grudges doesn't hurt the other person. It only hurts us. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured." Think about that for a moment. When we stay angry at someone, we are allowing them to control our emotions. We let that person or the memory of what they did have power over us. And this doesn't just affect our mood. It affects our peace, our energy, and our overall well-being. The Stoics believed that forgiveness is one of the keys to freedom. But forgiveness isn't about letting someone off the hook or excusing their behavior. It's about releasing the hold that anger and resentment have on us. It's about choosing peace over pain and control over chaos. When you forgive, you free yourself from the negative emotions that weigh you down. If you're holding onto a grudge, ask yourself, is this anger helping me grow? Is it making my life better? Most likely, the answer is no. Holding onto that anger is keeping you stuck. So, take a deep breath, let go of the past, and choose to move forward. Remember, forgiveness isn't for the other person. It's for you. Letting go of grudges will give you back your peace and allow you to live a more fulfilling life. In life, we often focus on adding more to feel fulfilled. More possessions, more relationships, more achievements. But the Stoics teach us that true freedom and happiness come from removing the things that hold us back. By quietly deleting the unnecessary elements from our lives, we create space for peace, clarity, and growth. When we let go of toxic relationships, stop comparing ourselves to others, and stop dwelling on past mistakes, we give ourselves the power to move forward. Fear of the future can be replaced with mindful presence, and clutter, whether physical or mental, only distracts us from what truly matters. By learning to say no and managing our time better, we avoid overcommitting to things that drain our energy. Negative self-talk can be replaced with positive affirmations, and the need for approval from others fades away when we start seeking our own approval. Finally, holding on to grudges only hurts us, so letting go of resentment frees us to live in peace. Remember, freedom isn't about doing more. It's about doing less. Less of what doesn't serve you, and more of what brings you true happiness. So, take a moment today to reflect on these 9 things. Which ones will you silently delete from your life? Make space for the life you truly deserve. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment below, like, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom to guide you on your journey to a better life.